Hello, it's Hugh. Welcome back to my channel. New phone, better audio, one step up. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something that's going to be very controversial. Almost as controversial as the mold in the corner of my kitchen. Is that still there? Anyway, there you can see my broken clock in my microwave. I'm going to talk about the fact that, in my personal opinion, here it goes, Planned Parenthood and Black Lives Matter are working together to destroy the black heteronormative family unit. And this is how, in my opinion. I really want to say I'm going to make one video about this, but let's face it, it's going to be a bunch of videos spread across time on my YouTube channel. So, mold aside, this is how I think they're doing it. So you see you got Black Lives Matter, which was supposed to be about empowering black people so that we don't have to see our black brothers and sisters all across the universe being killed by racist cops for no goddamn reason apart from the fact that they black. Which does happen, let's be honest. They kill black people, working class people for no reason. But in reality, I'm not going to give you stats because that's for clever people and I ain't clever. But in reality, I have done some research, and police brutality, even though that's real and even though it's horrible and even though it needs to stop, it ain't even close to the biggest threat facing the African American community and the global black community. No. We're talking, if we want to just talk about America alone, it's not police brutality that's the biggest issue for blacks. It's black on black crime in itself. And yes, why does that happen? You got to think about the fact that the majority of the people that be killing their black brothers and sisters, it's people they know. Could be for, maybe they get in an argument, maybe it's plotted murder, maybe it's because of drugs, because of women. People are actually killing each other over women. It's pathetic. Over land disputes, territories and all that, crime related. It could be accidental, it could be manslaughter. But statistically, from what we've seen, black on black crime, including murder, is way higher than white on black crime, which is obviously racially motivated a lot of the time, or what I should say, and police brutality. In fact, if you take police brutality stats and white on black stats combined, black on black is still higher, whether it's just in America or around the world. But even if we focus on just America, that's the situation that it is. Unfortunately, Black Lives Matter don't highlight this. Black Lives Matter don't go out and say, black people, stop killing each other, let's love each other. No. They blame white people and straight people for everything. If you look on their website, they will tell you, it's not just about empowering blacks, it's about empowering women, gay people, and transgender people. Okay, fine. You want to extend your platform and your movement to help women and transgender people. Fine. Okay, wonderful. But here's the thing. They want to break down heteronormative family standards. What does that mean? They want to push the agenda down the throats of black people so that black people don't have to think that they should only marry people of the opposite sex and have kids with them. If you want to marry somebody of the same sex or be with somebody of the same sex, fine. I have no problem with that. I never have. The issue with BLM is the way they're doing it. And again, this is my opinion. You take it with a pinch of salt. They out here pushing that agenda down their throats and admitting it on their website. What does that mean? That means less black people getting married, man and woman, and having kids. That's one of the ways they're trying to destroy the black family unit. How is it trying to destroy the black family unit? I'll tell you, this one's more obvious. So, Black Lives Matter. Somebody like George Floyd or Trayvon Martin, they get killed by some moron. Yes, horrible, terrible, shouldn't have happened, it happens, right? Black Lives Matter then highlight this like a mofo, and so does mainstream media. They highlight it, it goes viral. Social media highlights it, it goes viral. There's protests, people breaking stuff, violence, burning stuff. Starbucks getting looted, shops getting looted, white people and black people losing their homes, black people and white people losing their jobs and buildings and businesses and homes. It's not good. And of course, people of other races and other cultures as well. Not just black and white people. Then what happened? You got the police having to deal with all that, thinking, look, my job's getting less safe. There's more violence, there's more violent protests. Because Black Lives Matter are telling black people to commit these heinous acts of crime and saying that it's justified because of the crimes committed against innocent black people by cops. Okay, so you're going to fight injustice with more crime. You're going to fight crime with crime. Wonderful. Great tactic. But again, that's my opinion. You can call me whatever the hell you want. But hear me out for the next few minutes because my videos are not that long. Then they go tell Black Lives Matter, okay, yes, we've done these protests. They're going to start listening to us. We should do every single time somebody dies, somebody get killed by a cop, we should do this type of thing. But police get scared. They out here looking at black people differently. Black people don't trust the cops because the media tells them not to. And BLM tells them not to. The cops don't trust black people because black people out here burning stuff, breaking stuff. And it's terrible. All that property damage. Black people losing their jobs and homes too, just like white people. And then cops, the minority of them that are evil or bad, and a few of them that are misguided, they out there harming black people, sometimes killing them. And then that gets highlighted by social media, mainstream media, and Black Lives Matter. And then there's more protests because BLM are once again telling people, oh, they've done it again. They're not listening. We got to fight. We got to, if police push us, we push back, and they're inciting violence. And then there's a bloody cycle and it perpetuates like a hamster in the wheel. It perpetuates revolution after revolution after revolution. And I'm not just talking about the so-called revolution BLM I'm talking about when the wheel's spinning. That's a revolution. That's called a revolution too. So that happens. What happened when there's more crime, more violent protests, more arrests, more prison sentences, especially with black people, black men, more black men in jail, more black men with a scarred record, with a criminal record, a scarred reputation, more black men that can't get good jobs when they get out. So they're either in jail or when they're out of jail, they're ex-cons with no good money and no good job. So they're ex-cons. And what are they going to do? They're either going to be taking welfare or they're going to be going into crime to make fast money so that they don't lose their homes and so that their family don't starve. So more crime increase, more black people in jail. More black people in jail. They can't take care of the kids. They can't take care of their baby mamas, the pregnant baby mamas, the pregnant wives, the pregnant people. Children are going to be brought up in broken homes where the dad's in jail. Single mom normally can't, look after the couple of kids or the few kids they have while the dad's in jail. That means black family units, less money, more broke, more poverty. And then the kids, they grow up in that environment. Some of them in the ghettos, some of them are not. Doesn't matter. And then those kids are going to be tempted to go into crime themselves. Also, again, it's my opinion. That doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. Also, you have to figure out the fact that you've got Black Lives Matter and you've got their affiliation with Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood was started by a lady called Margaret Sanger. Obviously, she was a eugenicist. I had to do some research on that. And a lot of people have accused her of being a racist. Now, in the 1920s, there was an article that came out from New York Times where she called certain types of people human weeds and defective stock. Now, little history lesson for you. Stock, the term that we use for, trading and all that, that term was that term originally came from, slavery times when they didn't treat black people like humans. They treated them like stock. Do you understand? So, defective stock. This lady was talking about mentally ill people, people with learning disabilities, all that, and defective stock. And she also mentioned racial betterment in the article as well. So you got to put two and two together, and you got to think about the fact that she was talking about ethnic minorities, including black people. Now, this was 1923. This was at a time when black people were not did not have equal rights in America. So come on, like she didn't. She there are things you say and there are things you imply. And again, this is just my opinion. You can throw it out the window. I don't care. I just want to put this out there before YouTube deletes it. Of course, I need to say that Margaret Sanger was also a part of the Negro Project. That's actually a thing out there with the family planning, with the Negroes in the South as well. Creating a birth control clinic in Harlem in the 1930s. All that she did just to keep black people from having more babies. Also, it should be noted that Margaret, apparently she had attended a female-led KKK rally talking about the superior race. Now, that's a little bit more obvious that she didn't like these black people in these streets. Now, of course, I've watched videos on this, done some research on this. You have people that used to work for Planned Parenthood, and then they would say that when they get into that type of business, when they get into that type of industry, they ask their superiors, "Hey, what about what I'm hearing about Margaret, the lady that founded the American birth control League or whatever it was called back then before they called it Planned Parenthood, American Birth Control League, or whatever it was called, forgive me. But Planned Parenthood, before it was Planned Parenthood, they would ask the superiors about the person that founded it all and about how racist she supposedly was. And then people would tell them, oh, yeah, she was racist, but what can you do? What do you mean, what can you do? You have to think about the statistics. And again, I'm going to use statistics that I mean, some people say that these statistics are false. I did a research on, I think it was the MACTA Institute or something like that, and it turned out that the statistics were false. But when it comes to these conservative, Christian, black pro-lifers, they've been using the statistic that about 78% of these abortion providers, these Planned Parenthood abortion providers, are within walking distance of black and Latino communities. Now, even if we take um, even if we take the argument that that statistic is BS, they say that the majority of them, like 60% or something of the abortion providers, are actually in white majority neighborhoods. I did find a video that talked about this big ass billboard in Dallas, Texas, talking about how, you know, abortion is self-care, and it was directly and deliberately aimed at black women. So you can talk to me about how the majority of abortion providers are in white places or white majority areas and neighborhoods, but there's still an argument to be made of the targeting, of the marketing of these goddamn abortion clinics, man. They target the poorest, the working class, the ethnic minorities, all them people that are too poor to have babies, all them people that they don't want to have babies, man. They don't want to have babies. And why? Like, think of all the BS that African Americans have had to put up with. Redlining when it comes to white people having better homes than black people. The fact that America has 25% of all the prisoners in the world and 1 out of 3 of American prisoners are African American. Then you got to factor in the 13th Amendment, which basically means slavery is no longer a thing, except with the situation of a black man having no goddamn rights because his freedom been taken away from him because he's now a prisoner, then getting all these black people to do unpaid labor in jail. I mean, come on. Come on. They don't call you the N-word to their face, but they do whatever it takes to take down the black man if they really wanted to. Now, again, it's my opinion. You can do whatever the hell you want with my 2 in the morning opinions. I don't care. I really don't care. Because this is how they do. You got Black Lives Matter and Planned Parenthood taking photos with each other outside Academy Award, studio, red carpet settings, taking photos of each other. You can see that on the Amazing Lucas's channel. I'll put the link in the description or in the comment if the description's too long. You see them, they're best friends like this, because Black Lives Matter are telling black people to act violent, get themselves arrested, get themselves in jail, be violent. Police shoot black people because they think that we aggressive animals, and then that means more Black Lives Matter people telling us to commit more violence, and then we commit more violence, and then because of that there's more black criminals in jail, and then there's more black people getting shot because more police think more of us are criminals, and it's a bloody cycle. And then when that's happening, you got the BLM's best friends, Planned Parenthood, telling us to telling black women everywhere, abort your babies, abort your babies. Then you got the bloody feminazi movement telling black women, you don't need no black man. You got Kamala Harris. You got Kamala Harris as the VP pick with her white partner. You know, you you got Obama, the only black president that America ever had. He didn't do nothing for black people. He bombed more black people in the freaking African and Middle Eastern countries than he helped. Now I'm going off my rocker, but seriously, if any African American ever watches this video, and if you think I'm 90% crazy and 10% right, please, just you don't have to freaking wear a tinfoil hat, but listen, just listen to what these Democrats are saying, because they don't care about you. Joe Biden coming up telling Charlemagne the God, oh, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. What are you talking about? Just because it's been obvious that the Democrats since the 60s, they've been using ethnic minorities, particularly blacks, as the easy vote. They say whatever the hell it is they need to say. They say whatever the hell it is they need to say to get black people to vote for them. And then once they get in, what do they do for black people? Nothing. In fact, in the black majority cities that reside within blue states, we talk in Chicago and Illinois. We talking about Detroit, Michigan. We talking about Philadelphia. We talking about Baltimore, Maryland. Black, did I say black owned? Black majority populations in these cities. Some of the highest crime rates in the whole goddamn America. Come on, man. Come on. These progressive Democrats, if they really gave a damn, and I'm not talking about the police forces there. I'm talking about the government officials. If they really gave a damn about their people and about stopping the crime to prevent black people from dying, they would do more to help the police prevent that with curfews. We don't need no COVID curfews. We need crime, anti-crime curfews up in these streets of places like Chicago, Baltimore, Philadelphia, and frickin' Baltimore, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, places like that. And you know why I found out? I found it in another video. I found it in another video from PragerU. I'm going to put that in the description too. Because don't just watch this video and think, oh my God. Watch all the goddamn videos. Do better research than me. Read some more books. Read some more articles. Because I'm not just going to stop with this video. I'm going to do more research. But I just wanted to rant about my preliminary findings. Because it's starting to piss me off. Because you got all these white liberals pretending to be black, freaking Rachel Dozel for you, telling black people that they're being manipulated and killed by white people, but black people don't know that they're supporting a cause that is assisting their genocide and their mass incarceration and making it even worse than it already is. While shoving the LGBT agenda down your throat. Now, I'm not saying LGBT people should not have equal rights to everybody else. Of course they should. They're human beings as well. But I don't need no agenda pushed down my face and so that they can tell black women not to trust black men. You know how it is. Some of you guys understand what the hell I'm saying. Even if you never watched this video before. You know how it is when you're out here in the clubs or the pubs or the bars. You're talking to a few girls. You're thinking, oh, let's see which one of them like me. You got a few white girls. Then you got the black girl. A few of the white girls, maybe they're not willing to get with you, but they thinking, okay. He's not a weird. He's not a perv. And then you got the one black girl in the group and she eyeing you up and down and she ready to destroy the whole operation. She ready to destroy the whole operation before it even starts. You thinking, okay, these white liberal girls, they give me a chance. They think I'm exotic. I'll try and use it to my advantage. You get the one black girl in the group, and she's trying to destroy the whole operation because they've got it warped. This liberal BS has warped all these black women into thinking that black men are the enemy. Trust me, please, lads, before the 10 p.m. curfew come about on Thursday, I'm in the UK. Some of you are somewhere else. Maybe you have different issues with the COVID situation. lads, in the UK, in England, not Wales, they're not doing it. I think they're doing other curfews, Scotland doing other curfews, but England, before Thursday, go to a pub, go to a bar, go talk to some girls, please. Find a group, find a multiracial group, find a few white girls, find one or two black girls. See how the white girls will be feeling you, maybe giving you one or two words if they're not really feeling you, but they don't want to be rude. Then you have the black girl ruin the whole operation. Try and get you to move back to your table. Try and get the guard to tell him, hey, he's moved from his table. Tell him to go back to the table. I promise. Because they've got black women thinking that black men ain't shit. You got all these black women on YouTube saying, oh, this black man left me. And I'm Nigerian too, so it's worse. So now you've got all these black women saying, oh, I dated this one Nigerian guy. He cheated on me. These Nigerian men ain't shit. And I'm thinking, what? There's 200 million Nigerians in the game. You telling me we all trash? 200 million. Oh, God help me with the eugenicists like Margaret Sanger. She dead and she's still killing black people. According to the amazing Lucas, Margaret Sanger said that black people are like weeds that gotta be exterminated. But I don't think that's exactly what she said. She was talking about defective stock and human weeds. She might have been talking about black people, but stock was a term referencing black slaves. So maybe that's what she freaking meant. Maybe. I'm gonna produce more videos than ever before because I got a new phone, better audio, better camera. Please like the video. Please share the video. If I get shadow banned, I get shadow banned, but I got like a few subscribers. Come on. Share the love, share the video, like the video, comment below. Am I making sense? You think I'm crazy? Or do you actually think, you know what, Hugh's onto something here? Hugh's onto something here. I'm gonna put you some links, give you some links to some other videos so you think that I'm not completely Coco or Luke or Loco or whatever the hell the word is, or that you think I'm not crazy. Please tap the bell when you subscribe so that you get all the notifications, and comment. Not in the know, subscribe to their channel too, because they're the only people commenting except one other person. Shout out to all the people commenting now. Please, you comment on the videos, you like the videos, that means YouTube can see me. YouTube will give me a little shout out so that other people can watch the content. And if other people can watch the content, I might make a little bit of money out of this thing so that I can be financially better off, and my family as well. So please do that stuff. I'll be out here giving you better content, more funnier content. If it's not smarter content, at least it'll be funnier, I promise you. On that note, good night. Maybe I'll come up with one more video tonight. Maybe I'll wait till tomorrow morning. Talk to you a lot later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.